What's good? It's your boy AD with GroundSounds.com. I'm chilling here with my man's B Sims. What's good, homie? How you feeling?
What's up, man? Good.
Chilling.
Definitely good.
I definitely feel you. So you originally from a suburb of Cleveland, Euclid.
Yeah. Like if you want to get technical, I'm really like from like the city. I was born at St. Luke's. I lived with Martin Luther King.
Every hood got an MLK.
Yep. Martin Luther King. Till I was about young, like 3.
Right.
And that's when I moved out to Euclid. And then I moved out to another suburb, Twinsburg. But all my family, all my roots, East Side Cleveland, East Cleveland, all that. So
Okay, definitely.
I rap the whole East Side.
There you go. So being based out of Cleveland, how do you feel about the music scene within the city of Cleveland? You feel like it's progressing, digressing, staying the same? How do you feel about it in general?
I don't know. I feel like it got potential. I just feel like it's I feel like we keep weighing ourselves down though, because it's people out here that's making it. You got Cuddy, you got Chip, you got MGK, Stally. He from a little further down, but we rap him. He rap us, but like it's ways to do it. We got a few outlets now. It's just niggas ain't really like taking advantage of them or ain't approaching it in the right way. We got like the crab in a barrel mentality where it's like ain't no way all of us can get out of here. Right. Okay. Maybe only one of us gonna make it out, and if I gotta make sure that I'm that one. Right. So versus that's kind of the mentality that a lot of people take on. So
you feel like the competition plays into it more, or do you feel like the support isn't there? Or
yeah, like everybody they got support, but it's from their own camp.
Okay, so not the city as a whole.
Yeah, not the city as a whole. Like if you from here and you rap, your team, your people, they gonna support you. Right. But they ain't gonna support me unless me and you click up and we say that we mans. Right. But other than that, there's no way. Happening. No.
Okay, gotcha. No, I follow. Definitely, yeah. So there's a lot. Okay, definitely. So you upon graduation from high school, you went to college at St. Francis in New York. Yeah. Now, you were there for a short period of time. I know that kind of, I don't know if this is in that vicinity, but I know you won a DTP showcase. Did the victory in that showcase, did that trigger your desire to move back to Cleveland for good?
Yeah, but at the time I didn't know I was moving back to Cleveland for good.
Okay, gotcha.
I thought it was a piss stop. I was 18, I was just so fucking stupid.
Like, you young.
Yeah, I was young and dumb. I was just, basically I won a showcase, the A&Rs, they telling me like, yo, we about to get you flown down to ATL, we gonna, right. They're like, we don't do this for nothing. We looking for somebody to sign. You got it, this and that. So I'm like, I came to school in New York to try to get a record deal. Right. You weren't searching, furthering your music. I was trying to get, I wasn't trying to go to fucking school. I was trying to get to New York where I could get a deal. Right. So me being 18 thinking, well, these niggas talking about they want to sign me. What the fuck do I need to be in school anymore? I'm about to just go to ATL when they tell me to. Right. But I'm going to go home for a few weeks, wait for them to give me all my information. Get myself together. Get my shit together. Right. And then go down. Okay. Didn't happen like that. It didn't change. Okay. And I ended up at home though. But everybody has a plan, so that just wasn't, that's part of your plan. Yeah. So you're just gonna make it another way. So it's definitely, still a positive outlook in it. Last year you dropped a mixtape, Dazed and Confused, and actually on that mixtape you hooked up with DJ Green Lantern. He hosted it. How did that relationship transpire? Like this, as far as being so early on in your career, one of your first tapes, that's a pretty big name to hook up with. Yeah, it taught me a lot. Like it was humbling because DJ Green Lantern, he told me I'm not about to just host anybody tape. Right. Like you gotta have some talent, and we talked on the phone, and he told me like, man, you got some hot shit. You young, I believe in you, and this, that, and the third. But when it came out, it didn't he didn't really push it the way that I thought that he should have pushed it. Okay. And that, at the time I was a little frustrated, but when I went to New York, he had me on his radio show, and we talked. That's crazy. Yeah. We had a little talk, and I realized that at that time I was 19. Like, nigga, you gotta pay your dues. Right. Like, he's like, I can't, we can't give you anything. You have to make your that time. Yeah, I can only give you what I can give you. But right. Like, I understand, in order to, they can only do so much, but I gotta get out here and make motherfuckers understand, right, and make niggas respect me first. Make a name yourself. And when and it seemed like it may seem corny, like niggas don't want to hop on a bandwagon until you popping, right? But it's not really like that. It's like nobody wants to jump ship for you because if he co-signs me and I don't, prosper, what does that make him look like? He's not. That's over his name. No, I feel you. Yeah. So I just gotta prove myself, and I know when I get to a level that's a contact that I'll be able to reach back out to, and we can jump back to work like that. But I definitely got utmost respect for him. That nigga, he put me in a position to be on air with Kendrick Lamar, Ab-Soul, and Big Crit the night that Live from the Underground dropped. Like, I sat in the green room with Big Crit for like an hour, and we was just talking. I was trying to soak up some game from him, and you know,
get that knowledge.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So also on the mixtape, you there's a song called Fears, and that was produced by Sledger.
Yep.
That's also another big name, like to work with so early on in your career. How'd you make that connection?
Man, Sledger, he just I think his website, he just had like beats online.
Okay, gotcha.
And I purchased the beat online. And
wow.
Shit,
okay.
And I, you know.
Right.
And I had the beat. I had a song to it, but I wanted a feature verse, and I didn't know who I wanted to get on it yet. And XV came to town. He did a show.
Wow.
I went to the show. After the show, you know, I chopped it up with him a little bit. I told him who I was. He like, wait, Steve Sims, Mr. Peter Parker. He like, I've heard of you before.
Right.
You know, because I did tape with Mr. Peter Parker, and you know, he from Kansas and Midwest. Mr. Peter Parker used to be based in Minnesota and shit. So he had seen, you know, live mixtape. So you know, he had a little bit familiar. You know, he's a little bit familiar with me. So you know, I told him the concept of the song. You know, we spit some bars back and forth. And he was like, yeah, man, because he was on a Midwest State of Mind tour. And he like, anybody from the Midwest that's doing their thing, I'm rocking with you. I'm supporting you. So I sent him the track, and he sent it back a few weeks later, and yeah, I put that on there, and it was produced by Sledger.
That's ill. That's definitely ill. So I guess you just talked about, you know, developing that connection with XV. That kind of leads me into your song "Gotta Know." By the way, the video very ill. Love the concept. It's different. It stands out, abstract, like you would say.
The video is old too, man.
I love it though. You can tell because in the video you ain't got no type of facial hair.
No, I had it. I cut it off for the video. Though.
Okay, gotcha.
Silly move.
I said silly move.
Never doing that shit again. I'm always gonna look however the fuck I want to look.
I feel you. Oh, so someone you was kind of like told to cut it off or what? For the video?
Like, man, shake that shit up, man.
Alright, so you cut it all off, man.
Yeah, let me cut it off. Look good for man. No, I don't care about that shit.
No, I feel you. But like I said, the video was ill. The original song is just you. But as of recently, I think somewhat recently, you collabed with Dizzy Wright on it. Now, was that connection developed in the same way as like the XV connection, or how'd that come about?
Oh, well, as far as the whole song goes, you know, I did Gotta Know for Days and Refuse. I produced it myself, and you know, it was everybody's favorite track from that mixtape.
Love that song.
It was a different sound though. Like when I look back now, it kind of don't even fit with it. Like
I don't know.
Like sonically, it was something different. So I'm like, you know, everybody likes this song.
Right.
In my heart, it has the potential to be a hit song.
Right.
Everybody that you know. Everybody in the industry that emailed me, they asking about that song. You know, it's something about that song. So I'm like, I have to like zero in on this sound.
Make it pop a little more.
Yeah, so I went back. That's where the whole Misled started because I used that song and I built that whole project around that song. That's why that song is actually like number 7 because dead in the middle because I built the whole thing around that.
Okay.
But anyway, I didn't want to give niggas the same song because the song was like a year old. So I came with a new verse and following Dizzy Wright on Twitter, and you know, niggas just up on Twitter in the middle of the night, like, man, I'm bored, I'm in the studio.
Right.
Somebody send me something. Like, it was this was like, I want to say tail end of 2012, maybe October, November. I've had that verse for a long time.
Okay, gotcha. So you just held on to it for a little bit.
Yeah, I just held on to it because one, I knew that he was, you know, progressing. He's probably gonna be a little bit bigger. I knew he probably gonna make a fresh,
very smart move.
Which he did.
Right.
So I knew when I put it out, it'll get
more hype to it.
Yeah.
That's a great move.
Yeah.
Definitely. And as you spoke about Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads me into your newest tape, but not tape, but the EP, the Misled EP, which you just dropped.
I mean, it's I hate that it's called EP now because every motherfucker is calling that shit an EP.
Yeah,
like it's not really an EP. It's more. It's really like an album.
I think it's. I'm glad you didn't call it a tape. So I like the EP route more so than calling it a mixtape, if anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't want to call it a mixtape, because I know I put more thought into it. I know I crafted it more. Right. It's not a mixtape.
It was more like that solid project sound.
Yeah.
You can tell from front to back. You just go through it. You don't want to skip a track. It's like you don't want to go over a song. I can listen to this because this is a good song. I like this song. Oh, I can listen to this next one because this is a good song. Like everything just flows.
Right.
So it definitely has a good feel to it. But you linked up with Mr. Peter Parker.
No, We did Mr. B Parker. He did my first official mixtape.
Okay.
People don't know. I probably have maybe 6 projects out by now.
Got you.
But my first project I did in 2010, February 2010. I did it on my own. I released it on DatPiff or whatever. It was just a mixtape.
Right.
And then like for my first official one that summer, July 2010,
Gotcha.
Dreamcatcher, he hosted it.
Remember that? Okay.
So true. we you know, we gained a little rapport with each other. You know, we actually cool. You know, we talk on the phone from time to time. And you know, it started out as like, you know, a money thing. You know, because you have to pay to get your way. But now it ain't. You know, we like that's really my dude.
Gotcha.
You know, we have a real relationship. So as far as Misled goes, I wanted to do the whole thing on my own. No DJ. No.
So I noticed it wasn't hosted. So when I see his name, but I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, you know, I went to DC. I did a show out in DC for 420. Shout out to Collective. You know, they put a lot of sweet shit together out there.
Nice.
They had a show with Stally and Smoke Dizzle, but all that. But anyway, he's in DC now. So when I went out there, we linked up. We talked. I told him about the project I was doing. He's like, you know, if you need anything done with it, just let me know. So when it was done, I sent it to him. You know, he EQ'd it for me, mixed it a little bit, and you know, that's where that comes into play because you know, like. This is on my own, but I still have ties to people. I still, you know, he still hold me down. Right. And that's just us, you know, paying homage to each other.
There you go. Okay, definitely. Like you also discussed, you were also a producer.
Yeah.
You produced a lot on Dazed and Confused. You produced on The Misled. Was that how you first started as far as getting the music producing, or were you rapping first?
I was producing first.
Okay.
I mean. Everybody wanted to rap.
Right.
Like, of course, I was 10 years old. I was writing raps and shit like that. Everybody was. But, like, as far as getting serious into it, it started with producing. I had an uncle that used to live with us back in the day.
Got you.
My mother's younger brother, but he was around me and my sister's age.
Got you.
And he from St. Louis. He went back to St. Louis, and he came back to Cleveland to visit us for a summer. And, he, you know, he put this software on my computer. Fruity Loops.
Got you.
And he spent the whole summer just like, you know, showing me how to make beats and how to do it.
Wow.
He left, and I just picked it up on my own. I was about 12 then.
Jeez.
So I went to middle school and I was selling beats on CDs. I probably I would put like 2 beats on a CD and sell the CD for like $10, which is crazy.
Right.
Like when
now you think about it nowadays.
When you think about it, but when you're in 7th grade, you're 12 years old.
Yeah.
You getting
$10 is cool for something like that.
Yeah. You know, $30 a week, whatever.
Right. Oh, nice. Yeah. Middle school, yeah. True.
But anyway, like, you know, I was playing basketball, so I knew, like, the older kids that was in the high school. So, you know, word was getting back to, you know, Fred and them.
Okay,
Sav, my fault.
I got you. But, Porter Rich.
Yeah, Porter Rich. Word got back to them that I made beats, and, you know, they was starting their rap thing. And they needed original beats. So, you know, they brought me in. I wasn't really charging them because those was my niggas for real.
Right.
I looked up to them, you know, because we played with each other and shit on the hoop side. But yeah, I just started making beats for them. Used to come through the studio when they record, and then it just turns into Sims. Nigga, why you don't never write no verses?
Man.
Why don't you get on a song? And then I started getting on a few songs, and that's what started.
There you go. We need that. So is there anything else you want to tell your fans, listeners, viewers out there in Cyberland?
I don't know, man. I'm after it for real. You know,
right.
Just pretty much is that. I know the internet is a big tool, and you know, but I'm not out here just to be a blog guy and just to be, you know, get my Twitter popping. I'm not out here for that. I'm really trying to take this shit over, like, for real. Like, I'm really out here, so I'm really gonna be active. Anybody out there that's in tune to the hip hop world, South by Southwest, I'll be there.
Listen up,
like I'm gonna be everywhere. So if you're looking for me, you can find me.
There you go.
Simple as that, man.
That's what I'm trying to hear. I appreciate you sitting down with me, B Sims.
Appreciate you.
And they can go get that Misled EP, livemixtapes.com, correct?
Mixtapes, yeah.
And go check out the videos as well. You already know what it is. AD, B Sims, Ground Sounds.